Hello, everybody. Can everyone hear me okay? Hope everything sounds okay. Before we actually get into the actual stream, I just want to make sure that sound and, of course, all of the visuals look okay. We're gonna, of course, this is a still image right here, but we're gonna be moving on from this. But I'm just gonna give it a couple minutes, a minute or so, and I just want to make sure everything looks okay. I have it going here on one of my computers. So, okay, I just want to make sure everything looks okay, which it does. So, we're going to move on to what the actual topic is of this video. So let me do one thing, and there we go. Okay. I just want to make sure that this works. Go ahead and let this go over here. Okay. Still trying to figure this out, everybody, so bear with me. Okay, I want to make sure that this is in the right position. It doesn't look like, it looks like we're still on the still image. Oh, there it goes. Oopsies, I'm going everywhere now. Okay, here we are. So, what I was thinking is we could start off by just taking a look at the channel and just see how things are going. Oh, there it goes again. Okay, all right, sweet. So I thought we'd take a look at the channel, of course, before we actually get started, and we'll kind of see where we're at. Now, if you guys didn't know, I did make a video back at the beginning of the year where I said all of my goals and everything I wanted to achieve. And I thought we'd just take a look here before we get into the actual stream, which of course is when we're going to be going through some trivia, and we're just going to be talking and discussing and seeing how things are going. So we're going to start off with the about section, of course. So as you can see, we are currently at 216,081 views, which is pretty good. Seems like we're averaging around what should I say, around 1,600 a day or so, roughly. So we're doing pretty well. Of course, yeah, channels, playlist, videos, home. Yeah, and also we're currently at 368 subscribers. Of course, you can see that I'm live right here. I think we just gained one actually between the time when I started the stream and had to go live to when I actually went live on it, or when I posted. But anyway, you guys aren't here for that. Actually, first going to start off with the Scooby Addicts board. I'm actually a member here of this board. So of course you can go to my profile. In fact, I will go to it real quick, just because we're on it and we might as well. So I gotta find it. I'm not logged into it here, but we can go to my profile. So here's my profile. Looks like it's not gonna work. Let me go right here. See if I can get to my profile. Okay, looks like you can't. So anyway, I'm not logged in, but you can obviously see my name right there, Retro Cartoons. So you could, yes. So it's right there. Of course, you can go and follow me. Do whatever on that. There's a lot of things that you can see. We got like the general board, general board, Scooby references. We got all these things. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, and it's a really cool website, and I highly recommend that you should check it out. So with that being said, we're actually going to move on to what I want to talk about, and we are just going to do some trivia. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start off with Scooby-Doo Where Are You Season 1. And we're just going to kind of go through the episodes here, and we are just kind of gonna go through the trivia for each one. So if I scroll down here, it seems like my stream's a bit lagged on on where I'm watching it on my computer here, but it is there. So let me think here. All right, so we're gonna start out with notes and trivia. So, of course, this is the first episode of any Scooby-Doo series and the start of the Scooby-Doo franchise. Also, if you guys want to request any sort of episode that you want me to do some trivia on, just comment it in the chat. Of course, actually, I may write that in the chat. I wish I. Oh well. Yeah, but anyway, so if you guys would like to do that, go ahead and do that. Actually, I might get the chat started. I wish I was live. Let me do one thing here. I'm gonna switch. Do something. Actually, I don't know if that'll work. I think I can just go over to here, and I'm just going to write something. So, if anyone How do I want to word this? If anyone has any episode suggestions that that was all grammatically correct and everything. So yeah, so let me, yeah, so okay, sweet. So the comments are showing up. Hello, everyone who's watching, by the way. I know I haven't said that, but hello, hello. It's great to have you here on this Friday evening. I hope you are all doing okay, of course, during the current situation with the world. But anyway, we're going to go back and we are going to talk about some trivia. So first, we're starting out with Scooby-Doo and in What a Night for the Night, which of course is the first episode. Now, this personally is one of my favorite websites, and there's just a lot of stuff that you can do on it. So of course, here you have like the premise. So sometimes I use these in my videos as kind of like the introduction or like the summary or something to that effect. But I do tend to use, and I really like this Scoobypedia, and obviously you probably are aware of this, but it's just a great website. And of course, you basically have a full summary of everything that goes on in the episode, which is really cool, especially if you can't watch it or you don't have like the episodes, or you just don't have the means to watch it. This, of course, is always there for you. So yeah, we're gonna go through some trivia notes/trivia because this is one of my favorite sections of this whole website. So we're gonna start off here. So of course this is the first episode of any of the Scooby-Doo series and the start of the Scooby-Doo franchise. That's pretty obvious, but the opening and closing titles for this episode and a clue for Scooby-Doo boasted different theme music composed by Ted Nichols, with a spooky, feisty tune. Excuse me, let me read here, which is an extension of the sub main title theme. Complete with bridge. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to skim through these, and maybe we can talk about some of the more important things. So some of the stuff that are cool. Okay, so I'm gonna look through here. Well, one of my goals for this stream is to get above 6 total concurrent viewers. Because on my last stream, which I did quite a while ago, I was only able to get up to 6. So hopefully we can get more than 6. That'd be great. But if not, it's all good. Okay. Yeah. So aside from Scooby snacks, there isn't any proper human food in this episode. So yeah. So it's just really like minute details like that are reported on this, and they're really cool to see, and they're really cool that someone went through and took the time to do this, which I think is pretty cool. I'm going to read through some of these, and then I'll find some if I find any interesting. So we'll go ahead and check this out. Okay, so they actually made a semi remake in What's New Scooby Doo. Is so basically, if you're familiar with this episode, at the start, there's a scene where Shaggy and Scooby are walking home on a spooky night after seeing a movie, and they actually used that again in What's New Scooby Doo, which of course aired in the early 2000s. So about 45 years later or so. So obviously, since this is the first episode, the names have to be revealed to the audience, and they go Scooby, Shaggy, Daphne, Velma, and Fred. Actually, no, Fred isn't even named in this episode, so technically we didn't know what Fred's name was. I say we, obviously I wasn't alive in 1969, but the audience didn't know Fred's name until later on. So Storybirds always referred to him as Ronnie as one of his working names. Daphne, of course, is the first character to say the famous quote, "Scooby Doo, where are you?" Also, guys, in terms of the length of this stream, I think we're gonna go for about a half hour, unless things go well. Then I'll stop at around 10 because I'm thinking I'll probably stop at around 9:30 right now. So yeah, is there anything else I want to say before I continue? I would like to do some gaming live streams. Unfortunately, I haven't figured that out yet. I'm glad that I got this figured out though, because this is fun so far. But I would like to do some like the gaming stuff, but we'll get into that. This is the first instance in which Velma shows the running gag with her glasses. You know, the whole my glasses, I can't see without my glasses. That's funny how they identify that it's the first. I mean, obviously it's the first episode. um, Also, some another note on this is the series prone to the excuse me, let me enunciate better. The series is prone to use a new sheriff use a new oh my goodness, I cannot read. The series is prone to use a new sheriff every time one is needed, but the one in this episode could very well be the same one in which is which. A note on his model sheet does indicate as much. So that's interesting. A few other non-related monsters would be called the Black Knight. Oh, back in 2013, August 10th through 11th. I don't know what schools start. 10th and the 11th of August, but that's pretty early. I'm going to take a drink of water real quick. I'm actually talking, which doesn't happen very much, of course, since we're all in isolation. Okay, let's move on here. Let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about. I'm just sort of skimming through everything here and just kind of giving you guys a rundown. But of course, if you want, you can follow along on the screen because, of course, it's there for you. So take advantage of that, of course. Okay. Okay, so that's sort of all of the trivia. But if we want to go to the adaptations, which is also kind of cool. So this episode is the first. I'm wondering if any of you have seen any of the Scooby-Doo comics. I have not, but I wonder how they are. This episode is the first level in the video game Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers. I really want to get that game. Unfortunately, if you, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but my Xbox 360 actually went kaput on me. I don't know what happened. I mean, it was working fine, of course, through the live stream. However many, that was like what, 3 weeks ago now? It was quite a while ago. But it just stopped working. So I'm going to take a look at it when I have time. But for now, it's out. I do have my Wii, but I'm still having issues trying to figure out how to stream from those devices. I could always stream from my Xbox One. There's really no good games that I want to play. I don't want to play like a random game. And if I do get into any sort of gaming like streaming and or stuff like that, they'd all be older games. I'm not saying like retro games like my name implies, but just games from probably 2013 and beforehand. Okay, let's continue reading through some of these. Okay, actually, I want to skip the adaptations. Let's go down to animation mistakes or technological glitches. Sometimes these are interesting, like sort of hit or miss. Yeah, I just want to check in, of course. It's been 12 minutes, I think, since we've been streaming. So thank you for everyone who has joined and who's currently joining and who's here and everything. I mean, it means a lot for you guys to be here for me. But if you want to comment, of course, I have the comment or I commented in the chat and, of course, said if anyone wants to give me any episode suggestions to do some trivia on and stuff like that, of course, feel free to comment that, and I will give you a shout out. Of course, there's not many people watching, so I don't know how good it is or what it'll do, but still be cool. So if you'd like to do that, that'd be fantastic. Okay, let's continue. So the animation mistakes. So there's no one driving the truck in the very first scene. And I actually think I noticed that one of the first times that I ever saw this episode, which is great. It looks like we're up to 5 current viewers, so thank you all so much for tuning in, of course. I think our record's 6, so if we can get over 6, that'd be great. Of course, we went down to 4, and I said that. Dang it, I gotta keep my mouth shut, of course. Okay, let's continue to go through some of these. I want to go to the... I actually really like the inconsistencies, continuity, Jiminy Christmas, errors, and or goose or oddities. So here's one that I actually find kind of interesting. Mr. Wickles, which of course is the antagonist in this episode, appears shorter than the Black Knight. He was the one who actually was in disguise as the Black Knight, but nothing ever explained how he made himself look taller. So I mean, it's stuff like that that you typically don't think about. That these people, of course, I mean they're probably people just like you and I, but they notice these things, and I mean it's good that they were able to put them on the internet for us because then we can all learn. So I've been streaming for about 14 minutes. I think when we get to 15, I'll just go back and we can do a little update of the channel, and I'll of course go through my spiel of the Scooby-Doo Scooby Addicts board. I'm not sponsored or anything by them, of course, but I do really like that site, so I think it's fair that I promote it because I use it so often. Here's something else that's sort of interesting. So there were 2 full moons in a row. Then again, the second one could have been a blue moon, which that's a good point. Of course, you wouldn't have 2 back-to-back full moons, so that's pretty interesting. Okay, so we've been streaming for about 15 minutes now. Currently about halfway done with the stream, unless I decide to go for like an hour, which I don't know if I will. Unless we get quite a few more people on here. Like, if we beat 6, then I'll go for an hour. But I think for now, I might just stop at a half hour. I just wanted to try this out. But, so, of course, here's the channel. We're currently at 368 subscribers, which is really great. We've been doing quite well. We'll be getting probably between 1 to 4 subscribers a day, which is fantastic. So thank you all so much for that. Thank you for everyone who's new, who's here, whatever. Thank you all. Of course, it says we have 369 now. Is that actually true? Maybe. I hope so. That'd be cool. Thank you if you just subscribed and you saw this. Maybe you were on one of my other videos. But thank you, because I think we just gained another subscriber. So perfect. It'd really be cool if we could hit 370 today. Of course, since I go over to the About section, it goes back to 368 because it's not updated. But of course, we're still at 216,081 views. If you want to talk about goals, I think some goals that I have, I'd really like to hit 400 subscribers before June 1st, which I think that's possible for sure. So that would be my first goal, would be to do that. And then of course I would like to hit 250,000 views. I mean, I'm averaging roughly, about 1.5K a day. So I would say, I mean, what are we at? 216,000. Yeah, 216,000. And if we want to get to 250, come on, do the math here, 34 days. So if we could do that before June 1st, that'd be awesome as well. But anyway, we're at 369 subscribers right now. So whoever subscribed, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I don't know, you might not be on the stream right now, but you're somewhere on my channel, evidently. So that was my 15-minute check-in with the channel. And then, of course, I'd like to promote this website right here, which is Scooby Addicts board. I don't know if any of you who are watching have heard of this or been on it, but I am a member of this. I'm not logged in currently. As you can see, it says welcome guest, but I do have an account. As you can see, here's one by Retro Cartoons, which is me. So I am on the site. So if you want to follow me on there, do whatever. It'd be great. Also, I do have a email in my about section of my channel. So if you want to check that out, if you want to say anything or suggest some stuff or whatever you want to do, it's there for you guys. I check it about once a day in the afternoon. So I probably want to get back to you immediately, especially if you do it like right now, this time of night. I probably won't be on it for another few hours from then, of course. All right, let's go back to the trivia since that's what you guys are here for. Okay, so let me see here. I'm gonna read through some of these so we can weed out all the ones that aren't very interesting. So of course this hits the point that there must be little, excuse me, I just stuttered there really bad, my goodness. There must be little worry of burglaries since the windows have no glass, which makes sense because they didn't have any glass. It was kind of strange. Actually, I think when I was younger, I did notice that. I just thought they were in like the South or something. I wasn't a very smart kid, apparently. Okay, so let's continue on. So, I'm trying to see if there's anything. I mean, for these, it's kind of hit or miss. Basically, where you're gonna get like the good information is in like the notes and trivia. So I think it's time to move on to another episode. Let's move on to House on the Castle, which is the second episode. So we'll move on to there. I wonder if there's like this has a clue for Scooby-Doo's the next episode. Am I just totally off, or is that actually true? 3 viewers right now. Of course, thank you everybody who has watched and who's watching and everything like that. Can you not load the ad, please? Okay. Let's go to the episodes. right here, and then we'll head on to the next one. 4 people viewing now. Hello, thank you for joining. How are you doing this evening? Of course, don't be shy to use the chat, guys. There's only like 5 of us here, so there's no judging here. Okay, so next we're gonna go on to a clue for Scooby-Doo. Was a clue for Scooby-Doo always the second episode, or am I just going insane? Because I always thought it went House on the Castle next. Okay, well now I'm curious. We're gonna use the interwebs. Okay, we're gonna see what. Yes, I am. Either I'm going insane, or according to Wikipedia, which is pretty reliable, House on the Castle's second, which is what I always thought it was. So I don't know. You guys can let me know if you guys know, but I think a clue for Scooby Doo is the third one. So we're gonna go through. The whatchamacallits, the notes and trivia, and I think I probably will finish this stream at 9:30. But I think it was good to get a stream out, but I think we will end at 9:30. I don't know why my mouse just went down. But anyway, let's get into some more of the notes and trivia here from A Clue for Scooby-Doo. Here we go. This actually answered my question. I'll highlight it for you. Okay, so we got something highlighted. This answers my question. So I know you were all running to the chat, getting on your keyboards, getting ready to type what you guys thought. But so although aired as a second episode, this was produced as a third. So I technically was right for that, but it did air as a second. So that's kind of strange. So anytime they must, yeah, in production order. Huh. So that's strange. I always did think that A Clue for Scooby-Doo was third. Excuse me. I have to get some water. My voice isn't used to talking this much. So it technically did air as a second episode, but in terms of production, it was produced third. So I always knew it as how it was produced, I guess. So the scene of Shaggy roasting hot dogs is essentially reused in Decoy for Dognapper, only with the addition of Velma. That's interesting. So the ghost of Captain Cutler, according to the model sheet, is just the ghost diver, which is pretty creative. Here's something that's also pretty interesting. Let me scroll down it. So since we're focusing on this, I'll highlight it. Thank you for everybody who's joined in. Thank you everybody who's been on the stream. Thank you everyone who's watching now. So the ghost of Captain Cutler was unique as it was unique as the person disguised his own ghost. He's also unique as the only villain that Shaggy figures out before Velma. As it was he who realized who it was. So that's pretty interesting. Typically, you don't have. I mean, especially early on. I guess there's no way to tell because it was one of the it was the second episode that aired, but it was the third one that was produced. So we really didn't have a good baseline about how the plot and how the whole episode would play out. So, but that's pretty interesting. Present day incarnations refer to the ghost of Captain Cutler as Captain Cutler's ghost. Huh. That's actually quite interesting. So I will highlight it, of course, or so you guys know what I'm kind of looking at here. The Sea Diver's ghost roar came from the Abominable Snowman sketch of Stan Freeberg's 1957 CBS radio show. That's funny. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed this, but it seems like a lot of the monsters roars and the villains roars over all of the episodes. They all sound the same if you truly think about it, which is kind of interesting. So we'll continue on, of course. Okay, here brings me something else I want to talk about. So I was just wondering if any of you guys have Scooby-Doo Greatest Mysteries, because this is actually where I first. I don't think it was the first time that I ever saw this episode, but it was one of the first times where I was able to watch it multiple times. Um, that was a 1998 VHS. I had the DVD version. I probably got it in 2009 or 10. It's scratched up now, but I did have it. Okay, so that's it for the notes and trivia. We got about 6 minutes left of the stream. So I'm wondering if we should just continue to stay on this episode, and then we can just pick up on the next episode during the next stream, because I really do enjoy streaming. Yeah, so I think we will just stay on this episode. Let's actually look at the cultural references here. There's actually nothing there I want to talk about. Adaptations, is there anything interesting there? Let's take a look here. I think we should skip to the inconsistencies / continuity errors and goofs or oddies. This top is kind of funny. Not like the actual thing, but just kind of like the words that were added in. So the gang has an umbrella set up on the beach, yet even when they got there, the sky was murky, although it didn't appear to be cold. This is either a mistake or another example of them having no concept or time or logic. Amen to that. Amen to that. Okay. This is actually something that's quite interesting as well. So, as a proud vegetarian, Casey Kasem, which of course helped produce Scooby-Doo, or he could have been a voice actor. I don't think he was a voice actor. I think he was one of the producers. Insisted that Shaggy be a vegetarian after several years of providing the voice for the character. Okay, so never mind. So he was a voice. So he actually was the voice of Shaggy. I don't know why my voice is starting to go out. It never goes out unless I actually need it. It's kind of sort of funny how things work like that. However, the animators cannot obviously edit the already released episodes in the episode. Yeah, and in this episode, Shaggy is seen roasting hot dogs over the fire. Although he seems to be cooking for everyone, it's never shown, and it's never shown him actually eating because of Scooby crashing into him. Man, I can't read tonight. I must be having issues. I can't read or speak. Oh well. What else is new, I guess? Okay. Let's continue to read through here. We got about 3 minutes left of the stream. At 9:30, well, that's what time it'll be. My time. I'll go back over. We can just take a look at the channel and see what's going on, and then probably end it there. So, but it's been a great stream so far. I think we've gotten. I think our total, like our highest highest number of viewers was 5, which is not too bad. I streamed for an hour 3 weeks ago, roughly, and I think I had 6 was the most I had. Was the highest number that I had. So, not too bad. There's something else that I want to talk about. So the Scooby snacks in this episode look a lot more like a cookie, and that's something that I have sort of noticed about Scooby Doo is they go from being like a cookie to like a jelly bean to like a peanut shaped. I mean they changed a lot in the early years, and I'm not sure what they look like now because I typically don't. I actually try not to watch a lot of the newer Scooby Doo shows. Not because I don't like them. Well, actually, it is because I don't like them. What am I kidding? So I'm sorry if you like the newer ones. I'm just not a big fan. All right, I don't see anything else here I really want to talk about. So this will probably be close to being the end of the stream. I know it's just a quick one, and I would really like to get some to be able to stream some games. That would really be awesome, and hopefully I can figure out how to do that because I think that'd make for some good content. Anyway, we're gonna take a look at the channel. Looks like we are still sitting at 369 subscribers. So of course, thank you to that person who subscribed. Uh, Thank you for that. I don't know if you're on this live stream, but if you were, hey, what's up? If not, still what's up? Anyways, thank you so much for that subscription. So yeah, I think we're up to like 103 videos now. So if you want to go check them out, you should go check them out. I'll go back to our playlists. Of course, don't forget to check out all my playlists. We have Monday afternoon afterthoughts, episode countdown, Scooby-Doo Where Are You, season 2 shorts, Scooby-Doo Where Are You, season 2 musical chase scenes, Sunday morning sit downs, Saturday morning sit downs, villain countdowns. We got everything here, so go ahead and check those out. And yeah, our views, of course, I mean, I think they're higher than 216,081. It just hasn't updated because it seems to take a little bit to update. But yeah, so once again, if you guys would go ahead and check out Scooby Addicts Board. It's a great forum. It's a great forum. I'm a member of it. You can go follow me or do whatever on there, but it's great. And yeah, so with that being said, I think I'm going to end the stream here. It's about 30 minutes, so thank you everyone, of course, who is tuned in. Thank you everybody who is on right now, of course. If you want to hit the like button, that'd be great. Of course, if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. And I think we're going to end the stream here. So thank you everyone so much.